Coming up on the next New Day Cleveland, we're exploring the West Side Market.
From pasta to produce to crepes and coffee, this staple has been a one-stop shop for over 100 years.
New Day Cleveland starts right now.
Welcome to New Day Cleveland. I'm Natalie Herbick.
And I'm David Moss. And if you love food and shopping for food and seeing some of the best food in the world, it's right here in Cleveland at the West Side Market.
Isn't that the truth? You know, whether you are a foodie or you're just a proud Clevelander, this is the place to come. It has been a staple for so many years, and if it wasn't on your list of things to do, we're about to show you why it should be.
Let's get this show rolling.
To say this is a staple in Cleveland would be an understatement. The West Side Market is the most iconic place to come when you're in the city of Cleveland. And I can't believe how long it has been running. I have Rosemary here with me now. You are part of the organization that helps to keep this up and running, correct?
Yes, yeah.
And since 1912, this market has served the community.
Yeah, so we've been around for 112 plus years. But actually the market's roots date back even further to the mid-1800s across the street with a market called Pearl Street Market, which this building replaced. So there's been a market operating on this corner for 150 plus years.
Well, and you know, there's so many locals that come here on a regular basis to get their food, but locals bring their out-of-towners to come in here. To anyone from out of town, I always bring here. Yeah. It's over 800-some-thousand a year that come through.
Yeah, so I mean, I think we're one of the top spots, and I think we just got voted by Scene as like the top place to bring a visitor in Northeast Ohio. And I think it really is, because when you take a visitor to your hometown, like you have visitors in your hometown, you want them to get the most authentic experience. You want them to feel that real Cleveland. And so I think this, nothing better represents sort of the love of Cleveland, the beauty of Cleveland, our storied history, and our love of food. And I think, you know, Cleveland's reputation for food only continues to grow, and I think a large part of it is because we have this market as a tradition.
Well, and it is honestly one of the greatest traditions, I must say. So we have the history behind it. Now, how many vendors do we have on any given day that are inside the West Side Market?
So there's about 65 small businesses operating in the market, and over time, as we work through the master plan and revitalize some spaces and invest in some spaces, we'll grow to, you know, probably at least a dozen more.
Well, and there's some that have been tried and true for decades that have been here, others who are newer, and there's such a mix. Really, right? There's so many things that you can get. But it honestly is more than just the food. I think it's just the experience. You come to know all of these people who work at these stands, and it becomes that place. It gives you a sense of home almost.
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredibly inviting experience to come here. I think, you know, it can be busy and a little crazy, but, you know, I think where else can you go that the owner-operator, even the biggest, longest-running stands, the owner-operators are here many of the days. You don't just buy your meat, you learn how to prepare it. You learn like why they're getting their meat where they get it. You learn why they love what they do. And so I think that creates a special bond that, and I think it's the connection people crave today, right? So there's so much digital.
There's so much disconnect.
Yeah.
And so to have the connection is so true. It just, again, takes you back. And I thank you so much for giving us, again, a little bit of a history lesson. But now it's time to do some exploring. Sound good? Let's go.
Hey Tom, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you. Tom Boutros here, he's one of the produce guys. How many different produce guys are down here?
I think we have around 20 guys. I would say 20 different stands.
And who's the one that counts most? Yeah, right here, right?
Not even a
so
question.
we look at all this. So how many different vegetables do you have on here?
So we carry somewhere between 110 to 130 items, and our stand is all vegetables. So we're the biggest vegetable stand at the market.
Yeah, and I tell you something, you see things here that you don't see everywhere. Like, you know, you go to the market, you see these little bags of carrots and things like this, but when you go to most markets, you don't see these big. Where do these come from?
So believe it or not, those are Arizona, and believe it or not, those are our sweetest carrots. So we got prettier carrots that we carry, but we try to recommend these to customers. This is our sweetest carrot that we carry.
Hey, so you have customers that have been coming here for a long time, a lot of years. They know what they want all the time. But how about some of the young kids and the new chefs that come in here? Like you told me, that's the sweetest carrot. When you sell this stuff, do you tell people like how to cook this or what they can do with that?
I mean, we do our best. Obviously, like I'm not a chef, but I know a lot about produce and what's fresh, what's not fresh, obviously. So
yeah,
I try to recommend. I'm not too familiar with kale other than just like juicing it. People juice it.
Right.
But this is a Tuscan kale or a black kale. It's a little sweeter than a regular kale. Regular kale is a little tougher, a little curly, the curly stuff. This is sweeter, Tuscan kale. So also goes by dinosaur kale.
See, that's what I'm telling you. He's doing his thing right here. So you could do your thing better when you get food. You come down the market, you know what kind of kale. If you want to do kale, you want to do juicing, that sort of thing. Let's go down here. You got, how about asparagus? I see it's different, like different times of year.
Sure. So asparagus season is done now. So Ohio's been done for a couple months, so now we moved back. So this is Mexican. This came in this morning. Sadly, Ohio asparagus runs real short. We get a couple months, and it's usually from
like
May
spring,
till
right?
May till June.
Yeah.
July if we're lucky. After that, what we do is we do a little bit local. Like for some reason, like Michigan asparagus goes a little longer than Ohio, so we do that for like another month or so. Then, you know, we have to move back to South America, which is most of the asparagus comes from there.
Hey, how about this right here? This is a
This is a baby bok choy, yes.
So this is like they use this in Asian food a lot, huh?
So yeah, so this is what you want to use for home. A lot of the restaurants use a bigger bok choy. It's a little cheaper for restaurants. They have to, you know, kind of calculate their numbers in. So this is a little better for home. They're a little more leafy, a little more sweeter.
Right.
This is what you want to use at home as a customer.
Hey, I know when you buy this stuff here too, you get a really good price, but it's really wild too. You guys usually round up a little bit, so it feels like everybody's getting
a round down too.
Yeah, so getting a great deal. Hey, and all the different tomatoes.
So everything's homegrown. All the tomatoes are homegrown except the vine tomatoes.
Yeah. These are heritage?
So this is an heirloom tomato.
Heirloom?
Yes.
Heirloom tomato.
So this is a mix of heirlooms. This is our Ohio homegrown beefsteak tomatoes. Obviously the baby heirlooms, grapes, and we have Roma tomatoes, which is the best for sauce.
If you are into mushrooms, this is the mushroom stash right here. How many different kinds of mushrooms?
So our stand is known for being, you know, the only stand at the market that does Ohio mushrooms. So we have our own farmers that grow for us. The Spore Stores, the name of the farmer is Leland. He does a really good job. So he grows, this is called a white snow oyster mushroom,
right?
A golden oyster mushroom. We have blue oysters. This is a fresh lion's mane mushroom from Ohio.
I like that.
This is what and we have a Pio Pino mushroom right here. And this is probably the best flavor we carry out of all the mushrooms.
Right.
It's a very nutty flavor. It matches really well with like red meats.
And I think what people should remember most when they come down here is Boutros, right?
Boutros is the name.
Hey,
That's
give me
right.
a little shake there,
Thanks,
man.
Dave.
I had a good time.
Thank you so much.
You could spend all day right here with them. The hottest stand at the West Side Market, an international shopping experience after this. The fuse is lit and we are at the hottest stand at the
West Side Market.
Yay! We did it near
Irenes Place.
I love you, man. This is one of my favorite places. I've been cooking a long time, right?
Oh, yes.
And I come here and I can't find an ingredient, especially an ingredient that comes from another country. You always have it, don't you?
Yeah, I try to have it the best as I can. It's people know it as a hot sauce stand, but in reality, it's international.
Yeah.
I sell a little bit of all over the world.
Just look at all this stuff. Naren, that's the name. And look at all the crazy stuff here. Like, these are the kind of things I could never find.
Yeah.
And then you would always have them.
Yeah.
And one time she didn't have it, and you got it.
I got the next day or a week later, depending on what they are.
And all these things are like, and you go to a lot of stores that have hot sauces, but you have all the sauces that go before the hot sauces.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, just wonderful stuff.
I have mayonnaise, I have barbecues, I have dry rub, and hot sauce. I have a lot of local.
This is one of my go-to
hot
places. The
sauce.
only place you can find this kind of stuff. Well, look at this over here. Let's go take a look at this. So here, I want you guys to see this. We got some meat here. This is
Yeah.
pork, right?
That's pork. That pork rib we got here from the market.
Okay, so.
And then what I did.
Which one do you put on here?
I said like mayo blackening, just like
You
these.
got your own seasoning.
I have my own seasoning, have my own little face on there.
Look at your little face.
Yeah.
You look the same as you looked 25 years ago.
Yeah, I've been here almost 28 years.
See?
Been here almost 28
Me too.
years.
I got old. You didn't. What happened?
And they call eat a lot hot sauces, so I just bring it over.
Well, if you eat a lot of hot sauce,
Yeah,
I'm going to start
yeah.
again.
One of these tubs, you can go 5 slab of ribs.
5 slabs of ribs.
Yeah, just a little bit like this.
And that's a
because very-
beautiful dry rub, as
And
you
then
can
you
see.
just cover it up and roast it.
What about the juice?
And this one here is
Yeah.
also, I make this. It's teriyaki mayonnaise. And what I do,
You're like a medicine woman.
yeah, yeah. And then I just put it over.
Yeah.
And then I, like this, and then I cover it.
So what's it look like when it's done?
When it's done, it's a magic. I did it just for you, David.
I love you.
There
I love
they
you when you
are,
talk like
see?
that. Look.
Like that.
Ooh.
This one the dry rub,
Uh-huh.
and this one the teriyaki. You just cover and let it cook.
How long you cook it?
I cook this for 4 hours.
4 hours.
So it's very tender.
What's kind of temperature?
275.
275, 4
Yeah.
hours, and look how beautiful
Yeah.
that is. And then you
it's
never
really-
turn it over.
I
when
never
you-
turn it.
Hey, so when you walk up to this stand, you see all this stuff lined up around here. There's a lot of stuff that's fun because there's a
Yeah.
lot of comedy in this hot
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
names, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. So we got all kinds of vinegars too, so you know that.
Yes.
And what are these little babies here?
This one is Korean's pepper paste.
Uh-huh.
It's very popular for that. I have from duck fat to, it's a little bit of everything.
Now-
And then the barbecue sauce here.
Yeah.
And make especially for me, I have the West Side Market on it.
Right.
This is everybody's favorite, little spicy.
Hey, you got the duck fat, and what's the butter they use in Indian cooking?
Ghee. Ghee, I have it right
Which
here.
is a wonderful thing.
That's ghee.
Okay, listen,
know?
you're going to have to come see her yourself because you
Yeah.
can spend all day in here, and I have spent half a day in here before. You are the hottest lady at the West Side Market.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for coming and
We
visiting.
love you.
You know what, when you come to the West Side Market, one of the things that you have to do is stop at Irenes Place. Why? Because this is a place that has been here since 1971. So it has become a staple. And Diane, your mom was Irene. She
Yes.
started this whole thing.
The whole thing way before women were even allowed to own businesses.
So a pioneer in her own
Yes,
right.
yes.
And again, when you walk through, there's so many different places to stop, but this one just there's some sentimental presence that when I walk in here, and maybe it's because the picture of your mom is lingering too, and she's with us always.
She's always with us, and she's the one that started this. This was her dream. I had the easy job of just following through her footsteps, and I still love it.
Well, and when I look around from the shelves up there to what we have in the coolers, you really have a little bit of everything at your stand.
Yes, we do. We have a lot of everything.
A lot, yeah, not a little, you're right, a lot.
Yes.
Now, cheese, one of your main things. There's a ton of cheese in the front. What types of cheese are they? Local, domestic? Where are we getting them from?
We get them all from Walnut Creek, which is 93 miles away, so it's considered local.
Okay.
But Mark, who owns Walnut Creek, was my mom's first delivery boy. And when he asked her if she would go with him, she gave one stipulation that she would be the only one that would sell Walnut Creek cheese in this building.
Oh.
And for the last 52 years, he's held
It's been the case?
Yep.
Now, you put a little bit on the cutter for me here.
Yeah, we're gonna do some
so
smoked cheddar.
She asked, well, what kind of cheese do you like? I said, I've never met a cheese I didn't like. So smoked cheddar sounds delicious to me. Now, as you cut that, Or did you want me to cut it?
You can cut it.
Let's do this.
Okay, so all you're gonna do is put it to that.
Okay.
And you're gonna put your hand up here,
Okay.
and all you're gonna do is just go like that.
Oh, just push it straight forward.
Straight forward.
Up here?
Yep. Real slow. And then put your hand by there you go. You're hired.
I did it.
You're hired.
I've always wanted to do that, to be honest.
You
And now
can slice a little
now
bit
I can
more.
say that I did. It's so good. So I would see the cheese, buy cheese, but then I'd be like, I need a little bit of some of these, the pre-made things that you also do.
Yes.
Then I would say, I see some eggs. I want some eggs. Do you find that that's what people start to do when they come over?
It's a one-stop shop. We have fresh butter. The butter still comes in 55-pound blocks. We still cut it. So
Wow.
no water, no oil. I make all the peanut butter, almond butter, and cashew butter. We have grinders. So everything is homemade.
You name it, she has it back here. And I'm telling you, you come and you feel like family when you're here.
You're
They'll take
supposed
very
to.
good care of you. And you're going to come back time and time again. And I can only imagine that this is going to go another 50-some years strong.
I hope so.
I think it will. With this, Joanne is helping someone right now, but just say hi real quick to the camera. She's just such a sweetheart as well.
I've worked here for 33 years.
33 years, see what I mean? If you ever need some help,
You're hired.
I'm your girl.
You got it.
I know how to cut cheese now.
Yeah, see that?
Like real cheese. I just realized what I said. Seafood like you won't believe. Freshly caught and delicious when we come back. I've done it. I have found my way to one of my favorite stands at the West Side Market. It's Kate's Fish. Tom, it's so good to see you again.
It's great to
been
see you,
so
Natalie.
long, I feel like, since I visited you here to do a segment. But the thing that's so cool about this was your mom's business initially. She's Kate, and you
Mom's-
took over, second generation now.
Yep.
How has this been? You guys are always getting awards, it seems like, for having the best fish in Northeast Ohio.
Yeah, thankfully, it's great. We've been here at the West Side Market since 2001, and it's been a really interesting ride. Mom ran the company for years, and then she retired, and I took over. And it's just a really fun, exciting business, and we're able to sell really great products to people who care about them, and it's really nice.
And
So-
let's look at these great
Yeah,
products.
for
I
sure.
mean, when we talk about fresh fish, you're pulling this out of Lake Erie, and
Yeah.
how many days till it gets to
Well,
you?
often
And on
it's caught that morning, and then I go pick it up like in Sandusky, and it may have
Wow.
been caught that morning or overnight or something. But yeah, all the wild fish out of Lake Erie is wonderful, extremely fresh. We do a lot with sushi grade fish, which is great. So people trust us for when they make sushi or sashimi or crudos at home, and they trust us with the fish for that, and we sell a lot of that. That's really,
Wow,
really
I don't think
popular
I
right now.
realized
So like
that.
salmon, scallops are sushi grade. The tuna we cut is sushi grade. Sometimes we have snappers and things like that that are sushi grade.
And I see that you have some
people-
the smoked fish too. Everyone loves those smoked
Everyone
fish.
loves the smoked fish, especially in Northeast Ohio.
He has so many things. Now you have some things back there you wanted us
We
to
do,
take
yeah,
a look
yeah,
at,
I
right?
want
All right,
you to see
let's
for
go
sure.
back
Come on.
behind.
We sell a ton of crab legs, lobster tails. I
Look
love
at
the-
those crab legs.
I know, they're
Look
great.
at those lobster
I know,
tails.
ridiculous. 28 ounces on those. Wild shrimp, shrimp from South America. The clams come out of Rhode Island. We get all kinds of whole fish. It's really the backbone of Kate's Fish is the whole fish department. Like if you want to talk about ethnic diversity, you come here on a Saturday at like whatever, midday, and like our customer base is extraordinarily diverse, and they're buying up whole fish, and this is not a typical thing you see in the suburban grocery stores, the whole fish. But here, it's a big deal. We sell a ton of whole fish. They want them cleaned in many,
I was gonna
many
say you
different
clean it
ways.
for us too if we needed that done.
Oh yeah, we clean them. So we do anything up on that sign right there.
Oh, okay.
And then we have a live fish cutting cam. Dean, will you throw that hose up? Will you pull the hose up? Yeah. there's
there
Dean
he
right
is.
on the live cam. So we cooked up some clams for you.
You cooked up clams for
we
me?
did, yeah. We were hoping you were gonna come over.
I mean, I love seafood,
We
so
were
I'm
gonna
in.
feed either you or David. We were gonna feed either of you
Oh, I'm
guys,
glad
so-
I got the lucky ticket
Yeah,
then.
yeah. So we got butter, and the cool thing about a clam, and I gotta explain this. A clam, if you're hanging out with your buddies eating clams, like literally this is what we do. A clam is its own spoon. So like watch.
This
you just
is so
take the
true.
clam, you release its little abductor muscle so it's loose, right? Loose in the shell.
So no
You take a
utensils
little
necessary.
butter dip, and you just take it down.
No
It's
utensils
like
needed.
the best thing ever. And
All right.
you don't need a fork or a spoon because the clam is essentially its own spoon.
Little butter,
Yeah,
little
and
butter.
You just do it. Just tiny little butter, and it's the best clam you ever had. You just gotta do it.
I finally got it. Wow.
Yeah. So those are like, okay, they came
Wow,
in.
I'd eat that whole thing if
I
you
know.
gave me the opportunity.
Oh yeah, we plan to as soon as you guys take off. You guys are welcome to eat as many as you want. Seriously.
Can you
We have
oysters too?
These are which ones are they?
Wow.
What are they? Robin Hood Coves. They're coming
know-
out of Maine. All I do is lemon.
I've
All
never
I
done
do.
an oyster with just lemon, so I'm
Just
gonna go
lemon.
your
It's
style
beautiful.
right now.
They've
Do I
already
have to?
been shucked. The
I always-
muscle's already released.
Okay, the muscle's already released for
Yeah,
me.
we do a little cheers.
All right, we're gonna
And it's like-
cheers this segment with this right now. Tom at Kate's Fish.
Cheers, Natalie. Thanks.
Cheers.
2-3 bites down the hatch. Beautiful.
That's one of the best oysters I've ever tried. The
right.
fact that I only
Appreciate
have
you saying
lemon
that.
juice on that,
Yeah.
that was
You don't need much more than that. Just a little lemon to balance out the salt of the oyster. That's it. So.
I love this place. I love Kate's Fish. I love the West Side Market. I mean, it's fresh,
fun, right?
fresh
Yeah.
everywhere you look.
I know. I could have had a desk job, but like I do this for a living, which is crazy, and it's awesome. And
Cheers
it's fun.
to you, my
Yeah.
friend. Check them out.
Hey, one thing I like about the West Side Market is you get to try some really good stuff. Like, look how beautiful this bread is here at Mediterra. Great, beautiful stuff. Pretty decorations. But men can't live by bread alone. How about some olives, maybe some olive oil? Rita's, and this is Renee. Renee, how long have you guys been here?
Rita's has been here since 1962. I have been here for 17 years.
So I saw the original Rita down there, a picture, right?
That's right, yes.
She's beautiful, you're beautiful. And you know what's really beautiful? All these olives. So how many different kind of olives do you guys have?
We stuff over 100 different olives. Our imports, we have about 20 different imports.
And you get a lot of things stuffed. Like what do you stuff the olives with?
Anything we can fit in the hole.
That's funny. So that's probably your saying here, right? There it is, Rita's. If we can fit it in the hole, we'll stuff it. And there you go. So a lot of great olives here. I saw a guy down there's got some hummus, he's got some Mediterranean food. So this side of the market, over here on, what street is this out here? This is right behind us?
Hey, this is, on Lorraine.
On Lorraine.
Yes.
The Lorraine side. This is where you can find all this stuff. Run in the side door, just grab it, hit and run. Like some great olives. But check this out over here. Tell me about some of the stuff you got going on over here, Renee.
Okay, so we do all our salads. If it's covered in oil or pickled, we have it. This is our signature product, a poppercini.
Oh, you gonna let me taste one?
Absolutely. It took Best in Show.
Best in Show.
International.
You were on our first New Day Cleveland show ever.
That's right.
I remember
That's right.
now. Oh my goodness.
This took Best in Show at the International Bloody Mary contest in Chicago.
It's a doggone good idea.
Yeah. We call them cream cheese crack.
Cream cheese crack. Because you can't stop.
That's right.
I
That's
see
right.
beautiful sun-dried tomatoes. What's nice about this too, you buy a bottle of those at home. You don't use the whole bottle, you only need a few for a recipe.
Yeah.
Here you get the few you need, you're not wasting anything. You're saving money, and you're getting the best product possible.
You get as little or as much as you want of anything we sell. We have fresh barrel sauerkraut. We grind the peanut butter here to order. 1938 Hobart grinder.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, so when I was over at the cheese guy, let me taste the cheese, try some of this out. Same thing here, people can test and taste.
Absolutely. You can sample anything here. If you try it, you'll buy it.
If you try it, you'll buy it. Rita's been here how long?
Since 1962.
We'll be here a whole lot longer. West Side Market, man, this is a treasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Still to come, a taste of Italy at the West Side Market, linguine, ravioli, and a whole lot more. when I say meet me at the market, I'm not saying M-E-E-T, I'm going M-E-A-T, and then I'm going Don Whitaker. How are you, man?
Good, how are you?
Give me a little shake there.
There you go.
Strong hands. How do you get the strong hands?
Cutting meat all day.
Cutting the meat all day here.
That's right.
Hey, so I know a lot of the markets specialize in different kinds of things, and I see here we've got a whole bunch of different stuff. So, so these are the steaks. So you do beef and what else?
Beef, fresh pork,
Yeah.
fresh poultry, turkeys, chicken, ducks, all that.
So you got it
And we
going
have
on all
cured
over.
Bacons and all that, and cured meats over here on the right.
So you are the meat man. We're not making any mistake about
No,
that.
no, no.
Hey, so I saw something very interesting over. I saw. What is that? Is that a big brisket right
Yeah,
there?
that's a Packer brisket.
So
Yeah.
is that the kind of thing the guys smoke in the backyard
Yes,
and all that?
Yeah, they want them untrimmed and all that for that fat in there and stuff. And then we also have them trimmed too.
Hey, so if somebody buys something like that, can you give them some kind of help or some kind of guidance on what to do with it and how to deal with it?
First thing you ask them what kind of grill. A lot of those smoker guys, they're coming here with the plan already.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. They're not asking. They just want a good cut of meat, you know.
Yeah, so I saw they got everything divided up. So out around the edge over there, you had pork.
Yes.
So you got the ribs.
Ribs,
You got the butts.
pork butts for smoking too.
Love pork butts for smoking.
Oh, yeah.
I just never know which end to light.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, so what's this? What's that rack? That big rack there?
That is Delmonico's right here.
So that's
cut
like
on the
that's
side.
like a rib roast there.
Yeah, boneless rib roast.
So could somebody buy that like that, huh?
They can, or we cut it. You know, some people want 1.5 2 inches.
Yeah. Well, that's
Thin.
I think what's another great thing about the market. We're not talking about just great meat and great product, but you have the ability to cut things exactly the way somebody wants. That way you
Correct.
get the size you want, the part of the meat or beef or chicken or
Yeah.
whatever you want.
It's not prepackaged. It's all custom cut the order.
Okay, so that ground pork back there,
Yes.
is that like people for making their own sausage maybe?
You could use that for sausage.
Yeah.
Get a lot of holiday people just buy that when they're making their sausage at Easter, and we grind that all in house here.
And I see they're all great deals here, $4.99 a pound. So what's it like?
Now this is all frozen here.
So this is frozen.
Yeah, like stuff that's left over at the end of the day, we'll throw it right in the wrap it up, throw it in the freezer, knock some
Yeah.
couple bucks off.
Hey, so if
It's
you're
a good value, you know.
trying to be economical, get good
Yes.
value, and still really great product.
And we have that in all our stands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fabulous. This here, I haven't seen this in a long time. My mom used to make this city chicken.
Yes.
So what is city chicken?
It's pork on a stick. We're trying to, for years, trying to figure out the origin of it. I've heard, at the turn of the century, the last century, that there was a shortage of chickens in the city, so pork was cheaper.
That's how they did it.
Yes, and you'd bread it.
Because I remember,
Egg
like
flour.
Cincinnati used to be Porkopolis. They had so
Yes.
much pork down there they
Yeah.
couldn't believe it, right?
Yeah.
They were making soap and all that kind of stuff. Some great stuff here. Bacon wrapped pork tenderloin,
Yeah.
bacon wrapped pork tenderloin, chorizo, bourbon. You got it all going on here. D. Whitaker.
Yes.
So Don Whitaker. So how long has your family been down here?
34 years now.
34 years at the
I
market.
think, yes.
And I tell you, the market is getting bigger and better than ever.
So right when you walk off of 25th Street, you are gonna walk into the West Side Market, and this is one of the first stops you're gonna see. And if you're like me and you love your carbs, it's the best place to be. We're here at Ohio City Pasta Stand. I have Ruby here. Now Ruby, this has been a family business of yours for how long now?
So my dad started it in 1989.
And he wasn't even in the market initially, right?
No, he started it right over on West 28th Street, right over by Ignatius.
And you guys have been going strong now.
Yeah.
Everyone loves your pasta. On any given day, how many types of pasta, fresh pasta, do you have ready to go?
We can have anywhere from like 18 to 24 different flavors out in the case. We also have more that we keep in the back, and we can just rotate those out throughout the shift.
And the pastas themselves, I mean, do we have go-tos? What are the favorites that people come for normally?
Yeah, garlic and chive is always super popular.
That sounds so. I've never had your garlic and chive.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Garlic and chive, spinach, roasted bell pepper. Obviously, fettuccine, pappardelle, linguine are always very popular, just plain egg cuts. But,
Oh,
yeah.
and then you do the sauces as well. So the bottled sauces here are ready to go, but you do white and red?
Right, yeah. So we do all of our shelf-stable red sauces. We have puttanesca, arrabbiata, marinara, and pomodoro. Those are all made in-house at our sauce facility.
Now, I see some ravioli options down there. So do you do, are those frozen or how do those come?
Yeah, so those are sold frozen. The customers, you keep them frozen, you cook them from frozen. We have a couple seasonal ones right now. We have a goat cheese one and we have a pumpkin one. We also have a goat cheese and delicata squash one that's coming out next week.
Oh, okay. Now I also see that you have some things that look like when people want to come sit here and eat at the market, they can come grab and go, hot, served, ready to go?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, we're serving meat and cheese lasagnas now.
Ooh, okay. I knew I could smell it. This is so good. So you have this option then as well for people to do the grab and go, or they can just take it as it is and
Correct.
take it home and heat it at home.
Heat it up. Yeah, we also sell them frozen by the 2-pound portion too, so people can come and feed their family. You know, it's a great meal for about 4 people.
What do you love about being part of this environment here?
Yeah,
at
so
the Westside Market?
I'm a market baby. I've been here since I was a kid. You know.
Were you working here when you were a kid?
I did some quick little shifts when I was in elementary school, that kind of thing. And I went to school for business, and then I was in the food industry for a while, and I just came back here, and I just love the environment here. It's like a big family. Everybody knows each other. We all look out for each other. It's a good time.
And it's not just the other vendors that know each other. I feel like you come to know, everyone that comes into the market, practically.
All of our regulars and everything. Yeah, it's great.
It's such a fun environment to be in. And when you walk away to have lunch and eat something like that, hold on, one more shot. It deserves as much camera time as it can get right there. That is one beautiful piece of lasagna. Ruby, thank you so much for having us back here.
Appreciate it.
Again, she's right when you walk in the door. You can't miss them. Build the best cheese board with the help from this staple stand up next.
When I say cheese, I'm not talking about smiling. When I say cheese, I'm talking about my man here, Dion. Great to see you again.
Good to see you.
Hey, so what do we call this this racket here?
Yeah, it's the cheese and charcuterie shop at the Westside Market.
And I saw charcuterie down here in the cabinet down here.
Sure.
So is that a combination of like some of your best stuff you got going on here?
Yeah, like a little board there. Want me to pull it out?
Yeah, let's pull it out and take a look at that baby. So do you sell as a whole idea right there? Or,
yeah, for sure.
Or do people just get ideas from you?
No, they could buy that whole thing, or we could sell all that stuff individually.
Yeah. There we go. Hey, so what's this looking thing here? What's
That's
that?
like a fig and chocolate cake. So it's compressed dried figs and chocolate. It's a perfect cheese accompaniment.
What a crazy good idea.
And then in the center we have some Trillium Brie with some membrillo or quince paste diced up and tossed on there.
Yeah.
And then just to the left of that, we've got some prosciutto cotto, which is some cooked ham. To the right of that, we've got some prosciutto San Daniele. We've got some red Leicester. We have some cooked 5-year cheddar.
That's what makes the Westside Market so great. These guys, they'll tell you exactly what's going on here. You can find things you can't find anywhere else. You go to the store, like a regular grocery store or something, you're looking at a bunch of stuff all wrapped up and you don't know what's going on here. And I bet you even let people taste stuff once in a while.
That's right, we can sample stuff.
Yeah. Hey, well, how about some blues? You got some blue cheeses?
Yeah, we have about 16 kinds of blues right down the way.
Let's go take a look at those.
Okay, let's take a look.
So this is the blue stash,
Yeah,
huh?
so we have little boy blue there, like a little sheep milk blue from Wisconsin.
Little boy blue, how cute is that?
In front of that, we've got You Have to Be Kidding, which is a 3-milk, sheep, cow, and goat blend.
Uh-huh.
Blue Barnveld is a goat blue.
Hey, I see you got Roquefort back there from France, $22.95 a pound. That's really a good price.
Yeah, I think so.
I saw it at a big market the other day, $29.95. Exact same cheese, exact same origin, everything.
Yeah.
So you have good prices.
Yeah, we try to stay competitive.
Hey, so I like blue cheeses a lot. What's one that maybe I haven't tried that I should try?
The Dunbarton Blue, this one here?
Yeah, let's drag that out here. So that's it.
This is an award-winning cheese. This won the American Cheese Society Award 2 years in a row. And it's a really mild cave-aged Gruyere, spiked gently with blue.
Now, if somebody wanted to buy just half of this piece,
sure,
would you cut that in half for them?
Yeah, we strive for a half pound, but whatever somebody takes, whatever it needs.
Well, don't cut this one. You got another little piece down here, don't you?
Yeah.
Here we go. Look at this.
So this is not a heavily blue cheese. You can see.
I'm really interested.
It's got a really mild amount of blue. Under the right conditions, as it warms up, the blue gets a little bit more pronounced.
Yeah.
You know, the blue mold in all blue cheeses is still alive. So the longer you let it sit out, exposed to the oxygen in the air,
so the sign
tastier
says
it's going to get.
The sign says the cheese shop, but it's a whole lot more.
Yeah.
I love blue cheese, and this is really a mild.
Really as
mild.
it warms up, gets closer to room temp.
You don't believe me at home, do you? Here, why don't you try this, huh? Just like me here at the West Side Market. Ooh, looks good.
We've only been hanging out here a little, and I'm telling you, you make friends everywhere you go, like Joyce.
We really enjoy you coming down and hanging out. That's what the market is for.
Honestly, it is. It's more than friends. As everyone's saying, it becomes a family.
It has.
Of all
definitely.
sorts, right?
I have recipes from customers. Customers have recipes of mine.
Oh,
so
how
I
cool
go
is
to baby
that?
showers for customers. So
So your stand here is Tony's Bologna.
yes.
And it is all things pork, basically?
All things pork. If you can think about pork, we can put it in there.
Okay. Can we walk across your stand? You give me a little
We got
sample?
all this local bacon here. This is in Jeromesville, Ohio. All my smoked meats comes from there. It's an hour and a half away. All of my pork from the same place, Fingers Meats. Daryl makes all these creations of these homemade brat burgers. Instead of in a casing, we put it in a burger form. Easy on the grill, especially for tailgating.
I like it. And now let's walk around the corner.
He's working
here.
on pork chops. That's why it's kind of empty right there. He stuffs all these tenderloins by hand. He makes all of this.
And there's Daryl. Daryl, wave real quick.
Hello.
There's Daryl. That's her son. Again, it's a family thing. And I love, how many years have you been here?
I started here in 1997. I took over officially in 2013.
So you loved it that much, you took over that.
Yeah, there's no place I'd rather be.
Right?
This is my home.
Oh, I
I
love
belong here.
Well, and when you sell things like these stuffed peppers, I mean, I get why people come back every day for more and more of these.
Yes.
Is that one of your biggest go-tos?
The Italian Job and the Grandma Style are definitely my #1 sellers out of all of the stuffed peppers that we make. We have 4 or 5 different varieties that we have on the weekends. Being a Monday, we kind of are limited of what we put in the counters.
Well, but the thing is too then, so I'm used to having a stuffed pepper, but not with pork. So again, you take a twist and make it all things pork related
all
instead.
things pork. Our specialty is pork.
And now, what is it like on any given day back there, chopping up? What are we doing? What's
It's
the day
usually
like?
chaos back there between me and him back there, trying to bounce around, figure out where we're gonna fit to stuff and everything. Like he's mixing up the Grandma Style stuffed peppers right now. There's a lot that goes into them. So
Are you allowed to tell us what goes into them?
it's on the paper, so I guess I won't lie.
Okay, so yes, I won't lie. So you got the sausage, you got the peppers, onions, tomatoes, mozzarella, and provolone cheese.
Yes.
And then you make it so simple so that I don't have to do that at home.
All you have to do is go home,
Put it in the
350, and put it for about an hour, hour and a half, and then your dinner's done.
That is so cool. And the fact that you said before that you have a lot of recipes from your customers too.
Yes. We
that
mix
you
and
share with
match
other
all of us.
customers.
Yes, that is what we do. I've been to weddings for customers. I mean, they've come to my house for events, stuff like that.
That is cool. Now I know it's tight quarters back there, but I have a feeling that you wouldn't choose to be anywhere else besides those tight quarters.
This
doing
is
what
right
you
here
do.
where I belong.
I love it.
He graduated high school the year I bought it, so.
Dara, are you taking over someday?
day.
He says one day. All right. Well,
Hopefully sooner than later. Mama's getting old.
but you'll see this wonderful smiling face every time you walk here through Tony's Bologna. I love the name too.
Thank you.
It's a great name. A snack to get you through your shopping trip, French street food after this short break. I cannot tell you guys how many times I've heard someone say, wow, you don't see that fruit everywhere. Why? Because they specialize in exotic fruits and produce here at the Westside Market. I found one of the nicest families where it Harbs Produce. And you guys, Jesse, this is something that you, your dad, your mom, you've been doing for how many years now?
They've been in business for 31 years now.
31 years. And you specialize in exotic things.
We do. We specialize in exotic and locally grown items.
So when we say exotic, give me some examples of exotic.
All right, exotic, so you're looking at more like your pink pineapple, which is Costa Rica. That's very exotic. So
now
it's
wait, I thought that was just pineapple. That's pink
It's
pineapple?
pink pineapple. So on the inside of this, which I can slice one open for you.
Can we do it?
Yeah, we can.
Look, I love this is George, guys.
Yep, he'll cut it for you.
This is a family affair here. Are you guys all here together like this every day?
Pretty much, yeah. On the weekends, I have a couple other family members that come out and help, my cousin Georgette. But yeah, they run the show, my parents do.
You know what's really unique too? I was starting to hear about why the tops are cut off the pineapples. Why is that?
So they do that so the farmers they keep in business, so they cut all the tops off because that's how pineapples are grown. And so they cut them off, so then when they import them, they can't be regrown here. So it leaves the farmers over there with their livelihood as well.
Wow. Okay. I've never seen a pink pineapple before.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty cool.
honestly didn't know that they existed. Okay, here's one. Now this is something else Dad's bringing over.
Yeah, that's a cherry mango. So that is imported as well too. Those are delicious. They're very juicy. It's right about the season for them, and they are a cross between a cherry and a mango combined.
What?
Yeah.
Now
so
what
it's
do you
very,
have that's cut open up here?
So
Okay,
that.
can I give this back to you, George?
So
Okay.
that is the yellow dragon fruit from Ecuador, and these are actually very healthy for you. They're great in nutrition and everything like that, and they're just super sweet. They have like a different taste to them.
Now, do you mind? I know you have it cut open, and you were giving samples before.
Yeah.
Can we try one?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Try one open. So you just eat the part on the inside.
Don't eat it.
You're gonna stay away from the yellow.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you dig into it like
you just dig
bite
it in
into
like an apple? Yep, just like an
All
apple.
right.
Dig
Well, the
right
wind's
in.
going. Here we go.
Wow. It's different.
That's so sweet.
So there's the yellow dragon fruit. There's also a pink dragon fruit and a white. And there's another one that has the pink dragon fruit. It's the pink inside the
That
flesh.
is delicious. Now, you also, I know you have exotic, but you also specialize. Your dad gets up at what time?
Between 12 and 1 a.m. every day.
To do what?
To go to the food terminal where you get like all the trucks that come in every morning. So he wants to make sure he's there, the first one there, to get the freshest and the best stuff that we have to offer for our
So
customers.
a lot of local throw out a few of the local produce.
So
that you
like
to
the
get.
local produce that we get is Italian plums. These are grown here locally on a farm. We also get the Concord grapes. Those are actually farm grown as well. Delicious, super delicious if you never had Concord grapes. And then a couple of different varieties of like our apples.
I know I've seen these before. What are these guys called?
So those are rambutans. They're also imported as well. So they're very spiky, but to eat them, you're just gonna cut around.
Oh, you do that so easily. I'd be worried I'd take a finger off.
And then you just pops right open and you eat the inside.
And you
the
just
whole
eat the-
thing, yeah, the whole white part.
It pops out?
It pops right out, it just squeezes right in. There's a seed in the
I
middle.
love George.
There's a seed
Sam.
in the middle, but that's about it.
Thank you guys so much. And again,
welcome.
not only do they support local, which is so amazing, but you get some of the coolest, most unique items that you're not going to find anywhere else here at the West Side Market. There's a seed in the middle.
There's a seed in the middle, yep.
Okay,
Just be
I found
careful.
it.
Yep, It's pretty good.
I'm coming back. You're amazing. Thank you, Jesse.
Look at this, folks. Crepes Deluxe. So Maggie, you're the crepe maker here, huh?
Yes, I am.
How do you know how much to put on there?
So we have ladles here, and it's just one like plain scoop of it. So it's already measured out, so I don't have to worry too much about that. It spins out perfect to size.
This is great because you're right next to the coffee place.
Yeah.
And people see this when they have their coffee, they go for this, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But this could be sweet or savory.
Yeah, sweet or savory. So you could get either one. They're completely customizable. I even get some people that like to get like dark chocolate, bacon, and peanut butter, so you can mix it up too.
The bacon thing sounds cool in there. So how long did it take you to learn how to do this?
I'd say not too long, maybe a couple days, strict practice, just spinning. I mean, sometimes you still mess it up and rip them. It's like very delicate
Yeah,
work.
you start over, right?
Yeah, it didn't actually take too long, like 2 or 3 days, and by then I got it.
So they make these in France a lot. These are like street food.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna put on this one?
I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put
Look at you.
some
You're a flipper.
caramel and some fruit. Yes, I am.
Maggie
Let's
the
see
flipper.
what we got. All right.
So you're right on the corner of the market, so you get people coming in from all directions.
Yes, yep. It gets busy. Can get traffic jam sometimes over here.
I can see why.
I like to do strawberries and caramel. It's pretty good. It sounds a little bit weird, but I'll probably add some powdered sugar.
A little caramel.
Yep. This one's super good.
And you fold it now, like it folds.
Yes. Yep. So
I never made one of these before, but I've had them.
I've tried making them at home. It's definitely a lot different because it's in like a saucepan versus like spinning it out on a big grill.
Right.
And then you would just fold it in half. But here,
you attract a crowd, I see.
Yeah. So we have these cones. It's like ready-made street food. It's like they make it in France on the streets and stuff. So you just fold it over once, and then the corners, you got a nice golden brown going.
We're ready to go?
Yep. And then here we are.
Maggie, we love you.
Thank you.
Here we go.
All right, so there you go.
Do you like strawberries and caramel, ma'am? Who likes strawberries and caramel? Step right up. Come on, let's go. And that's a wrap. Thanks. Well, Natalie, I started with the blue cheese, went to the Angus beef, I had some olives, I had some sweets, I had some wonderful stuff, and now I have 10 more pounds.
I don't blame you, because if I would have had a belt buckle on, I would have had to do it a couple of times. The food is incredible. The people here really make the experience, though. And we've covered a lot today. If you've missed anything, just go to fox8.com, click on that New Day tab. But I know, highly suggest just get down here and enjoy it yourself, right?
You will love it. I'm David Moss.
And I'm Natalie Hervig.
And we will see you on the next
New Day Cleveland.
See you then.